We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this, no way. Yo.
So what comes with being an African American? What culture comes with being an African American? Yeah. Oh, see? I'm going to tell you what culture comes with being an African American. Smoking weed, getting high, posting up on the corner. That's African American stuff. But we're here to tell you from the tribe of Judah. That means you have a royal way of living. You understand? You have a way that you should live. So I'm going to read this for you about that smoking. Read that. Job 11 and verse 13. Read.
Job chapter 11 verse 13. If thou prepare thine heart and stretch out thine hands toward him.
So God says if you prepare your heart, part of preparing your heart is coming back to who you are as a child of Judah, a child of Israel, because that's a royal lineage. Because when you come back to that, Twan, you're basically saying I'm coming back to God. You understand?
Right.
Read.
If iniquity be in thine hand.
So it says iniquity. Right now, when you smoke, what's in your hand? A joint, right? So you got sin in your hand. So you smoking sin. Read.
Put it far away.
Put it away from you. You could cast that joint away from you at any time. I used to smoke weed every day, all day, Twan. How many times a day you smoke? Let me ask that question. Like 3 or 4 times. That means you get zooted. After you get zooted, you get zooted again. That means you gotta stay zooted up in order just to cope with life. That's not living. That's what we're here to show you. Read.
And let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacle.
Because you know what, how wickedness dwell in your tabernacle? Because a lot of times when we smoke, we think about other things that we can do. We might be high, but when you get high, what is one of the things you do? I'm asking you, if a female around you, what you gonna try to do? You're gonna try to talk to her. Because you're high, you feeling good. Because when you high, you feel like your swag on 100. You feel like you can pull anything. Because you in that, you feel like you in your zone. But we're here to tell you, nah, that's wicked, bro. Read.
For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot. Yea, thou shalt be steadfast and shalt not fear, because thou shalt forget thy misery and remember it as waters that pass away.
Because the reason why we smoke is because we're dealing with the oppression in our neighborhood. We smoking, trying to get a clear mind, because a lot of times, let me ask you a question, Twan. When you smoke, do you feel like eventually you gotta smoke again? You don't feel like you gotta smoke again after you? So why you smoke after you get high that one time? Why you smoking 3 times a day? Huh? What? I can't hear you. It die down. So that means you constantly chasing a high.
Right.
That means you know what you're doing. You're doing the same thing a crackhead do. You're doing the same thing. Are you a junkie? Hey, but let me ask you a question. Do you go look for the dope man, for the weed man to get a joint? So how you get your weed then? You grow it yourself? Nah, you go buy it from somebody, right?
Right.
And you go scrape up your change, go get a Dutch to go smoke that in, or whatever it might be that you smoke it in, right? That's junky stuff. And you know what? You know how bad it used to be? We used to go get the roaches out of the ashtray, break them down, put them in a joint, and smoke that.
Bring it out.
You can't tell me you ain't do that before. Yeah, you done that. So that's junky moves. And let me tell you, you say you got a son, right? So with a son, you got to be an example for him, right? So do you think you're being a good example for your son by smoking? Nah. Hey, let me ask you a question. You smoke?
I play smokers.
You play sports? Can you be high playing sports? Right, you can't be high playing sports. So Twan, he's your older brother, and you know he smokes. And hey, do you play sports, Twan? You don't play sports. You see what happened? He can't play sports. Because you know why? Because you play those sports while you have something bad can happen to you. Get that in 1 Corinthians 3:16. Let's show you, we're going to show you what happened. Because a lot of our people don't realize smoking destroys your body. And we're children of God. Because I want to ask y'all a question. Do you think Jesus Christ smoked? Nah, he wasn't running around getting high. The apostles weren't saying, hey, what is joy that? Because you know why? We don't read that in the Bible. We don't read about none of the Israelites getting high in the Bible. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
You both are the temple of God. I want to ask you a question. What's your nationality? Are you so-called African-American, Haitian, or you African-American? All right, your father's African-American. All right, so we're dealing with two brothers from the tribe of Judah. Because according to the Son, it says that the African-Americans derive from the tribe of Judah. Who else comes from that tribe? Jesus Christ.
Right.
And God just said this, read.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
God says you are the temple of God, meaning you belong to God. I want to ask you a question because you're the older brother, Twan. Let me ask you this. If you let somebody come over to your house and just spend a week there and you go to work and you come back home and your house, you got holes in the wall, you got, they done messed up your couch, they done destroyed everything in your house, would you be upset? Hell yeah! Would you be upset if, let's just say, you invited one of your friends over and you let him borrow your bike, and when he bring you back your bike, the wheel warped, he done messed up the seat, he done broke the brakes on it, would you be upset? Yeah! So guess what? Your bodies belong to God. So the same way that you would be upset, imagine how the Father would feel about what you're doing to his body. Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Do you believe that God dwells in you? You think God is in you? You think God is in you while you're high? Because you got to ask a question. When a house is full of smoke, do you want to be in a house full of smoke that's on fire? You're going to run up out of that house. So guess what? The same thing God does, he runs out of your body. He's not dealing with you. Because right now you high, God can't deal with you high. God going to leave because it's a smoke-filled house. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
so if you destroy your bodies, read.
Him shall God destroy.
Him shall God destroy, meaning God will destroy you for destroying his body, his temple that he let you borrow. Right. You running on rented. You know how you know you're on rented, you renting his body? Because what happened after you get a certain age, or even when you're young, what can happen? You die, and guess where that body goes? To the grave, ashes to ash, and dust to dust. And guess where your soul goes? It goes right back to the Most High. Right. Read.
And if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Read.
For the temple of God is holy.
Your temples are holy. Meaning, if you're holy, what do you think you have to do as a holy temple of God? I'm going to ask both of y'all young men. What do you think you have to do? What's that? Praise him? Huh? Pray? Okay, yeah, you can pray. But what do you think you should do as far as with smoking? Stop smoking. I want to ask you a question. Hey, do you think it's okay for us to get tattoos? No. No, it's not okay. What about boyfriend and girlfriend? You think boyfriend and girlfriend okay? What about you? You think boyfriend and girlfriend okay? You think that's okay? All right. Hey, wait, what did you say? Wait, come close, Twan. What you gotta do? You gotta marry her. Ain't no boyfriend and girlfriend in the Bible. Because, Twan, are you married to the sister that you had a baby with? I want to ask you a question. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm going to ask Twan because Twan a little bit older. Twan, when you get how old are you, first of all? 14. All right, when I was 14, I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing. I want to ask you a question. If you got a girlfriend, what's some of the things you do with a girlfriend? That's it. Let me ask you a question. If you get a girlfriend, what you trying to do with her? Why you, huh? Wait, come closer, brother. I couldn't hear you. You trying to smash. You trying to do Smash Brothers around here. Because you ain't just getting a girlfriend just to hold hands and just to talk to on the phone, just to go over class with, to talk about, hey, today I got an A on my test. That's what y'all not doing on the phone. You know what y'all talking about? Hey, girl, you know my rod this big, girl. You know what? I'll blow that back out, boy. Hey, yeah. Hey, y'all, hey, because if y'all got cell phones, back in the days, we just had to sit on the phone till we fell asleep. Now y'all got damn cell phones. Y'all take a picture of it and send it. Y'all send it first class mail just to show the girl what you're working with. I want to ask you a question. Are you a virgin young man? Oh, you're not. 1 Corinthians 13. Because, matter of fact, get Exodus. Get Exodus first. Get Exodus first. Let's go to Exodus. Because I want to show y'all something. Because both of y'all, neither one of y'all are virgins. Hey, how you doing, young man? Hey, come close. Hey, how old are you, man? You 14? 13? You 13? You got a girlfriend? Do you like a girl? You think girlfriend's okay? Oh, you shaking your head and everything. Boy, you ain't telling the truth. Shame the devil. Hey, look, I was 13 one time too, bro. At 13, your hormones bouncing, man. Hey, when you was 13, hey, you see, he started laughing. Hey, bro, when you was 13, bro, you can't tell me you weren't trying to grab a booty. You weren't trying to look at a booty. Look at her. Now you smiling now, bro. Hey, let's keep it real, 100. We men. Read that.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 16.
Bring it out.
If a man entice a maid,
meaning if y'all spit game to a female, because before you sleep with a female, you got to spit game to her, right, Antoine? Antoine, let me ask you a question. The sister that you got a child with, you got to spit game to her, right? If you want to deal with a girl or get a girlfriend like you say, you got to spit game to her, right? And I'm going to ask you, if you want to talk to a girl, you got to spit game to her, right? So right now, the Bible calls that enticing.
Bring it out.
That means you enticing a girl. Read.
that is not betrothed,
She is not promised to anyone, not married. Read.
and lie with her,
You lay down with her, you sleep with her.
he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
So I want to ask y'all a question. Are you ready to get married? Are you ready to have babies? Let me ask you a question. You ready to have babies? Hey, Twan, you already got a baby. Are you ready to get married? Oh, you don't know. But I bet you knew you wanted to slide up in them things, boy. Hey, I bet you knew that. I bet you wanted that juice box. Hey, that's the problem with our people. We want the satisfaction, but we don't want the responsibility that come with having a woman in our life.
Right.
And guess what? When at your age, you shouldn't even be thinking about smashing nothing. Because if that rubber bust, guess what? You're going to have a pregnant girlfriend or an STD, and that ain't going to be pretty.
Yeah.
That ain't going to be pretty because, let me ask you a question. Do any of y'all want to have AIDS? Hey, do you even know what AIDS is? Okay, there we go. It's a virus that kills you. It's a virus. It's basically God saying, you don't want to keep my commandments, I'm giving you a death sentence. For what? For not keeping his commandment. Because
AIDS is basically, if you catch a cold, you're going to call a cold, right? You catch a cold, you could die from it. That's what AIDS does. You catch cold, you will die. That's what the brother trying to tell you. You wind up out here jumping from woman to woman, putting your penis where it don't belong. It's either going to fall off, turn blue and fall off, or you're going to wind up dying of nothing but just a runny nose.
Right. Hey, you know what else? You know how the Most High intensified it? He got COVID now. Y'all around here trying to smash something, kiss up on something. She can have COVID variant 1899. And next thing you know, you dead. You laid up. Why? And now you're going to be talking about, man, you know what? I support the potion now. Nah, we ain't with that. Because we here to tell you, hey, don't sleep around. Wait, get your education. Because, Twan, I didn't even ask you, how old are you, Twan? You 20. Oh, you at the age. You at the age where you're supposed to get married. But you only supposed to get married to a woman who is righteous. Get that in Sirach real quick. Because you're supposed to marry somebody who matches what God's standards are, not our own standards. Hey, how you doing, young man? Hey, how old are you, man? How old? You 15? So we got a bunch of young men up here. So you 15, 14. All right, hey, take it easy, man. Hey, look at that, all right? Alright, huh? Okay, yeah. Do what you gotta do, Twan. Read that. Yeah, read Sirach 7 and verse 6 real quick. And then I want to ask y'all both a question before we shut down this part. Read that.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 7.
7 and 6. Prove a friend. 6 and 7.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Let me ask you a question. What does it mean to prove a friend? Yeah. Do any of y'all know what prove a friend means? I can't hear you, man. Alright, so prove a friend means basically, say you and what was your name again? Huh? Dante. Say you and Dante, y'all just met, you know what I'm saying? Y'all friends. That means you gotta prove Dante to make sure that he right in the head. Because do you want to be chilling with somebody that's crazy? Nah. Why? Because you chill with somebody crazy, they might get you in trouble, right? So God is saying, prove a friend, all right? So read on.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Meaning, whoever you dealing with, don't credit them. Now I want to ask y'all one more question. Y'all, in y'all community, y'all got drug dealers? Y'all got drug dealers in y'all communities? Now I want to ask you a question. Do you look up to any of them? Do you want anything that they have? Now I want to ask y'all another question. Are y'all live with your parents? Both parents? Who you live with? Your mom? Who you live with? Your mom. So your father's not there in the house with you. Now, back to what we were saying before about getting married. The importance of a marriage is, because you see how you two young men both are being raised by your mothers. That's not supposed to happen in our communities. The father is supposed to be in the house. So when y'all get older, y'all got to make sure that y'all do the right thing. So when you get married, your children aren't raised by themselves. You understand that? Now I want to ask you a question. How y'all doing in school? Doing good? You doing good in school? Huh? You kind of hesitant. Why y'all talk so low, man? We been. I know y'all don't talk like that when y'all playing PlayStation or whatever y'all be doing when y'all with y'all boys. Y'all talking like this, like y'all talking, I don't know who y'all talking to, like y'all got in trouble or something. This is love up here, bro. Get that for the young men. Let them know that this is love. Because, look, what we doing is something that most men don't do in our community. Because how often do you see men come out and talk to you guys like this? You never seen it. You never seen it. And we're here to tell you that you're the greatest people on the face of the earth. And get that in 1 John. Love of God. Come on, brother. So we're going to show, I want to give y'all two scriptures that I'm going to let somebody else come and show you something. Read it.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
So what we're doing right now is the love of God. So it says, this is the love of God. Now we're going to show you what the love of God is. Read.
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
His commandments are coming back to God's laws. Meaning, dress the way we're supposed to dress. Meaning, no boyfriend or girlfriend. Obeying your parents. Obeying your mother. Because you under your mother's roof. So you gotta obey her. Because do you want your mother to be proud of you?
Come over to you.
Do you want your mother to be proud of you? Now I want to ask y'all, what you want to be when you grow up? You want to be a football player. What do you want to be? An entrepreneur? Okay, I like that. A football player. Hey, if you don't make it in football, what do you want to do? A lawyer? That's what I'm talking about. Aim high. Don't let anybody take away your dream. Now get 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and verse 15. I want to show these brothers something real quick. No, 1 Chronicles 16 and verse 15. Because I want to show y'all something. This is going to be the last scripture. I'm going to let the next brother come up. The reason why I asked y'all that is because you men can do whatever you want to do. Right now, you have your whole life in front of you. But part of coming back to that life is coming back to who you are. Children of Israel from the tribe of Judah. You understand that? You have to come back to that because you are some of God's greatest creations. Read that.
1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 15. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
That's verse 15? Read verse 13. Read.
Verse 13. O ye seed of Israel.
You all are the seed of Israel. But I want to ask you a question. What nationality are you according to God?
Vanessa.
Israel. All right. So what tribe out of Israel? I'm going to ask you that. What tribe out of Israel? Tribe of Judah. Judah. Remember that. See, this is something that you got to remember. And you got to keep going over. Just like you study for school, just like you might know the Pledge of Allegiance, just like you know the routes playing football, you got to know who you are as an Israelite young man. Read.
First Chronicles chapter 16, verse 13. O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones.
So you are the chosen ones of God. You understand that, young men? You are the chosen ones. So if God chose you, you have a big responsibility. So make sure you don't give up on being an entrepreneur. You hear me? Don't give up on that. And come back to God's laws. And make sure that you obey your parents and live the best life that you possibly can according to God's laws. And you too, young man, stop sleeping around. Hey, stay out of them sisters' bed. hey, and also, man, do good in school, man, and aim higher than football. Aim for that lawyer. You understand?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.